All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great session with the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. Now, this country has totally become a joke. The level of breakdown of law and order, especially within the last 9 months, is shocking. During the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, we watched INEC connive with APC and the Court of Appeal to turn the Constitution upside down. Subsequent judgments have seen the same thing happen. INEC collecting heavy bribes to announce people who lost as winners of elections, and then the judiciary collecting millions of dollars to uphold INEC's fraudulent declarations. Now, when we pointed these crimes out, APC and their gullible supporters claimed we were complaining because we didn't win the elections, because our candidate was not announced. But take a look at what is happening now. The two compromised institutions who have been helping APC remain in power have now turned against each other. The judiciary has come out to publicly accuse INEC of taking sides in elections. As a matter of fact, the judiciary said INEC is dancing naked in public and that Nigerians can see through them. Now, this is particularly shocking because judiciary is as corrupt, if not more corrupt, than INEC. But the good thing is they are now exposing each other. So nobody can say you are saying this because you are supporting Obi and Obi was not declared. It is now crystal clear. Judiciary coming out to publicly accuse INEC of being a fraud. But before I show you how the judiciary attacked INEC and how Nigerians responded, let me quickly show you this beautiful video of an internet fool. Actually, it is two videos in one. In part A of the video, a fool who voted based on ethnicity was singing Tinubu's praise after Tinubu was announced. Then part B was after Tinubu was sworn in and everything turned upside down. Then he began complaining, crying, and cursing out all those who supported and campaigned for Tinubu. See the video.
Us, celebrate with us. It is our turn, our local, Yoruba local, and who is leading us? Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to lead us. We will not care what people are going to say about us. We will not care. We stand in unity. We stand for our brother. We stand for our brother. We stand for our father. We stand for. I'm in the market compared to my people. I am not scared. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá mo wà yìí. I compare to Yoruba people. I can.
A few moments later.
To governance is adding hardship to all Nigerian citizens as at now. What is the benefit of releasing 5 billion to governors that cannot change the scenario, the challenges, the action we have on ground? Where are the influencers that can pay for Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Where is Sam Larry? Where is Naramali? Where is Yinka TNT that released song for Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Yinka TNT, what will you tell your mother? What will you tell your father? What will you tell your children that are based in Nigeria here that you have campaigned for a president that cannot move this nation forward? What will you tell your...
You heard him. And I don't know what to say about this kind of human being. Like, how does one begin to react to this sort of foolishness? And there are so many people like this man. So many people who voted Tinubu because he's a Yoruba man. And now that he has turned the country upside down, they are coming out to complain. And I can't understand why they are complaining. If you voted based on ethnicity, you cannot turn around and ask for good performance. You voted Tinubu because he's a Yoruba man. You only have the right to complain if he denounces the Yoruba race. But as long as he remains Yoruba, you should be fulfilled because that was why you voted. Anyone with a brain in this country and even foreigners who followed the campaign knew that there was only one very qualified candidate on that ballot, and that was Peter Obi. So if you didn't vote him, you asked for trouble, and may your troubles multiply in the coming days. Now, let us look at how the Nigerian judiciary accused INEC of being partisan. Look at how the papers reported it. Nigerian electoral body, INEC, should stop dancing naked in markets because people can see its nakedness. Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on Friday descended heavily on Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, accusing it of being partisan. The appellate court said it was embarrassing that the commission could appear before it to act in favor of a party in an election dispute by disowning documents that it not only issued but also duly certified. It decried that the electoral body has continued to dance naked in the market, even though it was meant to assume a neutral stand in election litigations. The INEC as an institution should be reminded of its role in an election, to be an unbiased umpire between parties. It should stop behaving irresponsibly, having in mind that its duty to conduct election has a direct bearing on peace and well-being of the country. The role of INEC in election disputes should be limited to tendering all the documents used in an election and explaining what they were used for and how they were obtained. INEC should stop dancing naked in the market, pretending that no one is seeing its nakedness and its dancing steps, the court stated, while delivering judgment in a Bauchi State House of Assembly election appeal. The lead judgment of a 3-member panel of the court was delivered by Justice K.I. Amadi. The panel, in its unanimous decision, nullified the election of the Speaker of the Bauchi State House of Assembly, Abubakar Suleiman, who was earlier declared the winner of Ningi Central constituency in the state by INEC. Now, I am shocked that the Court of Appeal is coming out to say this, when INEC was clearly taking sides with APC during the presidential election petition tribunal. They asked them to release documents to the Labour Party to allow Labour Party to inspect the beavers. They refused. On 2 occasions, the court gave that order. INEC refused, and the court didn't do anything. INEC was in court objecting to all the certified documents that they gave to Labour Party right there in the Court of Appeal. What did the judges do? Nothing. INEC was supposed to be in contempt of court. The court was supposed to rule that everything that was said against you, INEC, is true, since you don't want us to verify. But the court allowed them to continue to flaunt court orders. And now the Court of Appeal is coming to say that INEC should be reminded of their role. I find this very, very amusing. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Sonny Angel says, very amusing. INEC is dancing naked in the market square, while Court of Appeal is joining in with naked acrobatic display. Yes, that is it. Because INEC did this same thing during the presidential election petition tribunal, and you guys did not complain. So why now? Because you have not been settled, right? And this tweet by Victor says, the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court are also dancing naked, so they aren't different from INEC at all. No, they are not. This tweet here says, Pots calling kettle black. Both of them should stop twerking and dancing naked for the politicians. The only difference the two institutions have is their names, but same in corruption practices. I am telling you. And this tweet here says, everything about them is hypocrisy. That is it. Hypocrites they all are. Michael Oyewole here says, both of you are birds of a feather. Same corrupt institutions. I'm telling you, they are both corrupt. And this tweet here says, and they may not be able to withstand the outcome of their doing. We are no longer practicing democracy, rather INEC crazy. Nigerians will come for them in due time. And Emmanuel here says, this is quite ridiculous. Should a kettle call a pot black? My thought is that if INEC, according to the Court of Appeal, is dancing naked in Market Square, it appears that the judiciary is dancing naked on the Nollywood, Bollywood, and Hollywood with the kind of verdicts they give. And this tweet by Jasper says, pot calling kettle black. INEC and the justice system are in bed with APC politicians. That is true, my brother. Greg here says, INEC dancing naked, while court is the DJ doing music selection. My point of view is that court is giving advice to INEC to upgrade their manipulation skills. Simple. This is another angle to look at it from. And this tweet here says, two useless institutions, the cultists of appeal, are now wanking up because the entire world has seen their nakedness and their drunken dance steps in the middle of the busy market. You didn't see INEC's dance of shame at the presidential election petition tribunal. Now that you have buried yourself in shame, your eye don't clear. Oh, this is so sad. It is so sad what these institutions have been reduced to. Now, my joy is that all these will be on record. The court has come out to say INEC is partisan. The court has said it openly. And I believe strongly that in the next 24 hours, INEC is going to release a response. They are going to come up with their own response, also accusing the court of being dubious. And we are keeping all these receipts for the day of reckoning. Nobody can say that the people of this country have not been patient enough. Only demonstrations and protests can rid this country of these hardened criminals. You can see how hardened these people are in this cause of criminality. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So, don't go away. Don't go away.